Hey y'all, if you like this Spectra Vondergeist look from Monster High, stay tuned. What's up, people? Welcome to my October series where I try to do Halloween themed looks. I don't know. So today we're doing Spectra Vondergeist. This is the concept art that I had planned, and I'm mixing the Monster High drawing style with the ghost makeup. This image specifically inspired me so much, and I need it on my face now, right now. So this is me going in with a good attitude and then having the too much gene. For anybody asks, I do have a shirt on. These are the colors we're rocking with. Definitely don't omit colors. In my case, I omitted the blue face paint, and I definitely would recommend still using the blue face paint. So just going in with my straight up white, blending it out with a brush, and then going in with a beauty blender. Because I used to do my makeup back in high school really quick. I would blend it out with a brush first, and then the streaks would be there, so I'd go in with beauty blender real quick. And that's why we did full glams every day, or how we did full glams every day. I am taking on my chest and my shoulders, my traps, my neck. So choose what you want. Taking my little metal spatula and scooping some of the purple face paint out. And then mixing it with the tiniest bit of black face paint. Like a 1-to-10 ratio. Like super tiny. I just wanted to kind of grade out a little bit, not really darker. And then just using the spatula to apply it to the parts of my face that I want to give the illusion of a shadow or contour or whatever you want to call it. Or where in the reference photo I saw that she had also applied the darker colors. That works too. On my neck, that would be my little, I don't know, I call them soup bowls, whatever is in between your traps and your collarbones. Underneath my collarbone. And so I'm going in with an eyeshadow, like a spare eyeshadow set that I have, and I just use that to blend out my face paints, as well as a beauty blender. But in this case, I wanted the pigment to stay where I placed it, and it's just easier to control with a brush. So I went in with that, and then they're dense enough and fluffy enough to where they give a really soft and nice blend. So, and then using the spare product to create the hollows under my eyes, as well as going in my crease. Now, I was debating blocking out my brows. I chose not to for this particular look, just because Spectra herself has eyebrows, and I thought I would look a little too... I looked like I strayed too far from the original concept. So I did the, eye socket thing above my eyebrow. I ended up going back and going over it with face paint and just completely got rid of that. So I only went up to my eyebrows, if you guys choose to do this. By the way, this video is by no means a tutorial. It's more like a process video, because I kind of had no idea what I was doing. I think I bit off a little bit more than I could chew, but I was still, I call this a partial win, I think, in the look, where it's cool, but I don't think that I would brag about it per se. So do with that information what you will. And my hand did cramp a couple of times. It was kind of funny. I'm like, gosh, life is so hard. Gotta do my little hand stretches. Anyway, going in with the beauty blender I think is key. Just because it really blends out and gives you really soft edges. There's no streaks, no texture, and like I said, it gives almost an airbrush look without needing an airbrush in this case. Now I am going in with white, kind of back and forth a lot in the video, you'll see. With my darks and my lights as I add more pigment, just because, I don't know, in my head I need to work one step at a time. I can't see the end product from the beginning and be able to get there automatically, we'll say. So I go in a lot and kind of tweak and edit until I get to a point that I'm happy. So see, going in with white, and then later you'll see me go in and add dark, and then add white, and then add dark. So Um, so yeah. Not really any rhyme or reason or super duper method to my madness. Just kind of doing what I see in my reference photos as far as the character goes and the technique that I chose to execute the character with, as well as like what's in my mind's eye, for lack of a better term. So I finally start adding a little bit of black face paint. And just so you know, if you add the blue face paint, now I thought I had a blue eyeshadow that I could go over with. Turns out I don't. Not like a true blue. They're either too purple, which ironic in this case, but I wanted like a true sky blue, or they're too green. So I would say if you like, obviously check your supplies before you execute a whole face paint look. But in this case, I would have applied the blue face paint to blend out and marry the purple to the white after I applied the black. So it wouldn't be by the black, it would be, again, like almost like a blush, almost like a highlight, rather a contour. So again, just adding some whites where I thought they were getting a little too muddied up, we'll say. And just blending out. Nothing real crazy about this. I'm trying to keep around my mouth still purple though. Because I think that's part of what gives like the ghost effect, is the fact that it's not a harsh lip. Though we'll say Spectra herself has a very defined lip. I don't know. Again, creative choices, shall we say. Now, I do go to the gym 4 days a week, and I do focus on arms, every day that I go. So my build is a little bit more stocky, we'll say, than I liked for this look. So I'm using like reference photos and whatnot to paint the illusion of a slim, delicate figure. Do what you like. This is what I chose. And then you can't see it on camera, I don't think, but I am trying to create the illusion of cleavage, which didn't really work out, so I just thought that was kind of funny. To retain lightness, just because my usual go-to is baby powder, and that's completely transparent when applied, not even translucent. See right here. So I go in with baby powder everywhere else. However, with this particular look, I wanted it to stay very high contrast, and I thought that would give me the extra oomph that I needed. And I do go over everything with baby powder regardless, so even where I put the lavender powder, so it still gives the effectiveness of baby powder as a product to use over oil-based face paint. So and I do touch where I applied the most, just so I can see that it's working properly, and then I do move my hand around from place to place to see where I might need to apply more. So I imagine this is blue, okay? Imagine that this is a baby blue color versus a freaking seaweed color, or cyan, whatever you call it. Again, I didn't have any baby blue, and I thought I did. So this is what we're rocking with right now. And then I have this palette that has a bunch of dark blues and grays and whatnot, and I kind of go in with the darkest blue, not a black, to create these shadows so that they're still not too harsh, we'll say. And it still has that hint of color to match her color scheme. I just apply it like contour, and the rest of the video is going to be a lot of going back and forth, deepening these shadows, and, just tweaking. And then finally focusing on my eyes, I am taking that deepest denim color and focusing on the under part of my eyebrow, blending into my eyebrow, my eye socket, and then down into my crease on the, we'll say the most inner corner third. Also, by the way, you ever want your teeth to look really yellow, wear purple, apparently. And I do whiten these, you know. Just saying, I'm not unhygienic, I'm not unnoticing. But good golly, it made this purple face paint made my eyes look like I have jaundice and my teeth look like they're ready to fall out of my head. I did add black underneath my waterline, my lash line on the bottom, blend it up, and then using that black, because it's a very sheer eyeshadow, to deepen up those eye socket, I don't know, eye bags, hollows, whatever you want to call them. Going with the cyan color again, imagine it's baby blue. And creating a transition shade between, we'll say, the skin color and the eye makeup. Which kind of didn't matter because I go in again with like the denim and go over it anyhow, so it really didn't do anything. Taking a white eyeliner pen, or crayon I guess in this case, just creating a new waterline while opening my eyes a little bit more, taking a sharp black eyeliner pencil, putting it on its side to create a new waterline, and then going in with a pen liner to create stylized eyelashes on my new bottom lash line. This was inspired by Douyin makeup. There goes my earbuds. Inspired by Douyin makeup. And I'll tell you what, those girlies make it look so easy. They just flick the wrist and boom, it's done. This was so difficult. And I don't know, maybe it's my eye shape because they have eye fat. And Lord knows I don't get enough sleep to have that. So, I don't know. They just wanted to go straight instead of curving. and it just threw me off. So I did order these stamps, these bottom lashes stamps. So hopefully in the future I can test those out on this channel for a look. And then deepening up where I think I need to, because the more you add black to your look and darker shades, the higher the contrast becomes in your look. And oftentimes adding dark will make your colors fade almost by comparison. So that's why I say just a lot of going back and forth and tweaking. You can always add more, you can't take it off. To get my eyebrows, I mixed a purple eyeshadow with some Fix It Plus on an angled brush and just put it on. Now she has very rounded out eyebrows, unlike mine that are straight and have an arch. So I did my best to kind of alter them. So, like I said, I think in the future I might have blocked out my eyebrows for her specifically, just because I can't go in easily to carve them out without having to redo a lot of my work. I added a dark gray gloss, a purple gray gloss on my lips, and then did my eyeliner, very thick eyeliner, focusing to angle them up, to angle my eyes up and to extend them so they look a little bit larger. And to help create that, super wide-eyed look again, I added one more lash on either side. So I have 4 bottom lashes. So I took a time out, put my eyelashes on off camera. I had some of these big, spiky, wispy ones. And then I very carefully applied mascara to half of the length of my bottom eyelashes. I didn't want to get them over the black. From there, we put on I like how I say we, me and Spectra, her and I, girl, my bestie. I put on my highlighter powder. I kind of had to stamp it on, just because it has a little bit of tack to it. It has this blue-green shift, which I thought was really pretty for her. A purple highlighter probably, or iridescent one, would have probably been really pretty too. And then I just did my final touches with some, kind of going in with like purples and blacks and just adding color, adding depth, whatever I needed, where I needed. And then a trick that I do when I get powder in my nose hairs, which sounds so gross, is just take a Q-tip, swirl it around in there like it's a COVID test. It's not super attractive, but it works. See? Boom. And then I put my accessories and whatnots on off camera. So my corset, my chains, my hoops, my wig. And with the wig comes more darkness, so I felt the need to add a little bit of black on my lips. And I ended up just blending it out almost completely. Like there was nothing real special going on here at all. I had a couple of blemishes too, or rather a blemish right at the corner of my mouth right there, and then my mole that always gets lost under my makeup, so I added the liquid lip on that just to bring them, or give her a new realistic element, we'll say. Again, just final touches, just making everything look streamlined and seamless. Was it seamline? That's not what I meant. Like I said, all in all, definitely, I think it was the wig that threw me off because her hair is so voluminous. At least the one that I grew up watching, because I was a Monster High girly. I had Barbies, I had Polly Pocket, but Monster High was my thing. I saved my allowances to buy them. It was amazing. I wish I had them, but we ended up, I don't know. I don't want to say it on camera, but we ended up pulling them apart, my dad and I, and it was just like this giggle fest that we were having. I don't know. It sounds so messed up, but it's like one of my favorite memories. However, I don't have them anymore, and I'm so upset. But anyway, anywho, totally digressed. I think the wig just threw me off. But otherwise, I'd say it was pretty successful. I'm satisfied with it. Like I said, a partial win. I think it's pretty. I think it's new. I think I haven't tried this a lot before. So these, as usual, are unedited, raw photos from my front camera on my phone. So happy Halloween, guys. I hope you enjoy your October and your festivities, and you stay safe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kate_escapism. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, bye-bye.